Alright guys, what you are looking at is a 59 Galaxie 500. This thing was sold for scrap, and it is a sad day for all the Ford lovers out there. And honestly, you don't even have to be a Ford lover to appreciate these big cars. Mostly because you don't see them anymore. We'll do a quick walk around. I'm about 90% positive this is the original color of this vehicle. Green with a white top. And it looks to be just about all there except for the seats. Well, part of the seats. It is really solid. There is some rust, but it's all fixable. Except for the hood and the deck lid, which I'll show you here in a little bit. Most of the trim is all there. This piece of trim here is damaged. I don't know how hard it would be to find this piece. And I believe these pieces are in the trunk. But everything else looks to be there. There is one of these, this insert's missing on this one. It's supposed to look like that, and that one is looking pretty rough anyway. The grill is bent some, but it looks pretty decent for the age. The bumper is warped up pretty bad. I don't know if you could find another one or straighten that one, but it's pretty dented underneath the passenger headlights. Seems to be no rust on this side. The rocker has got dents on it, but it's not rusted. Fender looks good. Doors aren't bad. There is a little bit of rust there on the bottom rocker panel, or I'm sorry, bottom quarter panel, but it's dented up anyway, so it would have to be fixed. But again, the chrome trim is still there. The rear bumper's got some dents in it. Back glass looks good. Even the chrome trim surrounding the back glass is there. There's just a few pieces of glass that are bad. The rest of it looks pretty good. Check out these door panels. They're pretty stylish, I think. I mean, that right there just screams 50s. Missing the insert for your window. That door panel I think is in the trunk. I'll have to check. You have your rear seat, I think, is the only thing in this vehicle. The two front seats, well, I think it was a bench seat on the front, but it's missing. It's not here. The headliner is non-existent, but looks like the trim rail is still here on both sides, which is good. The steering wheel needs some help. It's cracked up pretty bad. The center cap is missing, but it might be in the trunk. This does not have a key, so no key. And some of your knobs are broke. This one here is broke, and that one over there is broke. But it's showing, let's see here, 16,861 miles. So probably 116,000, considering that brake pedal pad is pretty worn. I believe this is going to be an automatic 3-speed. And you have a fuel temp, speedometer temp, or I'm sorry, fuel gauge, speedometer, and your temp gauge. Looks like this is for air controls. You got a wiper, a lighter over there, lights here for your lights. Ooh, that's brittle. Alright, well, now you need 3 of them. Probably 4, because if you touch that one, it's probably going to break. You have a radio. And it looks like this sucker's been sitting out in the sun, because these are brittle. Look at that. You just barely touch it and they're falling apart. You also have a clock over here. And your glove box cardboard is missing, which is common. The floors are solid. The only spot that's bad is over there in the passenger floor compartment and this driver's compartment, which he had patch panels for this car. There's a patch panel for the driver's side, and there's a patch panel in the trunk for the passenger side. Like I said, I mean, this car is remarkably solid. The doors don't sag. They shut like brand new. The body is very straight for what it is. That's a big car, but it's pretty dang straight. You have your Fairlane badge. You're missing your 500, which probably had a key insert hole in the center. This rear chrome piece is good. It just needs to be re-chromed. Like I said, the trunk lid is gone. And here's all the parts. You have your air cleaner for your motor back here. And it does need a little bit of patchwork in a few spots in the floor, but not the entire floor. As you can tell, even where the spare tire would sit, it's completely solid. This main trunk floor here is solid. Here is your patch panel for your passenger floorboard. Both taillight covers are here. And they would go like so. They're just sun cracked pretty bad. There's the other one. Which that one actually looks like a new one. Yeah, that looks like a pretty new one there. And there's all a bunch more miscellaneous stuff. And then I got to digging in here and I noticed this. It says, make sure you have the proper gas tank. So right when I read that, I threw that back in that box and I went ahead and looked under here, and sure enough, they put a brand new tank in this vehicle. Brand new tank. So it's got a lot of good potential. Here's some more aluminum pieces. Probably kick panel covers when you get into the vehicle, right there where your feet would step. So I don't know if this was a restoration project gone bad or what. Now this hood was shut when it came in. We pulled the hood release lever and now it won't shut. It's supposed to latch right there in the center, but it won't latch. So there's a little safety catch right there. So we need to oil this thing to have it release itself so it will latch. But this is a V8. Don't ask me what size V8. I don't know. This was before my time. but it still has the original radiator in it and a new coil pack is on there, and there was some new brake lines run that I noticed the other day, but it does not have brakes. Looks like a newer battery over there with newer terminals. I'm curious if he tried getting this thing to run, which it looks like he did with the new wiring. Looks like that distributor came off of something else because it's got different blue overspray on it than the rest of the vehicle. But I don't know if it's stuck or if it turns over. Got a big oil filter down there. Then you got an inline fuel filter. But I can tell you right now, this vehicle's been sitting a while because I can smell the dead gas. And with the carburetor sitting open, I imagine it needs to be cleaned before it even gets spun over. But it has manual brakes, not power brakes. It's a nice ride. It's a shame we do not have a title for it. I just noticed that the wipers are different. They're opposite of each other. That's pretty cool. But there you have it, 59 Ford Galaxie 500. I never would have guessed it would have came in looking like this. I honestly was thinking it was going to be rusted to pieces, but this is a super nice, clean car for what it is. It's definitely worth saving. Well, I appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you in the next one.